Hey Libra, your May tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor and welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your main theme for May is South and it says adventure. And then your happiness affirmation to go with it, it says be your own BFF, support yourself as you would support a friend. This is actually a really cool message about May. What this means is it's all about encouraging and empowering yourself to try something new that's outside of your comfort zone, to see what you could discover there. I feel like you're such a great cheerleader for your loved ones, and you really know how to inspire others to take calculated risks and to believe in themselves, to take leaps of faith. But then do you ever do the same for yourself? Like, the idea with this combination of cards is to redirect some of that empowering and inspiring energy towards yourself and to nurture your own curiosity. I feel like you are pretty I feel like you might be pretty adventurous already, especially compared to people you might know. Like maybe you do karaoke or something and you're really good at coaxing people out of their shells to try it too. But it's like that's already in your comfort zone and you're inviting others into that. So is there a way that you can turn that around and venture into something that's completely different for you? So for the first question I asked, what's something that you could discover there outside of your comfort zone? Maybe to get you excited or give you a reason to try it out. And you have the Empress. It's like the most abundant card in the deck. It's the extent of your creative genius, your creative abundance, your fertility for new ideas, and your gifts for fostering that in others. It's perhaps like a whole new level of self-worth. You could discover ways to expand certain areas of your life, like maybe your relationship, your career, your family. There could be an expansion, like an explosion of self-love. And you could discover an appreciation for something that you never knew that you would love. You could discover beauty somewhere that you never thought it could exist. Or better yet, find beauty in yourself that you didn't even know was there, that you don't yet know is there. So for where you will see the most change, you have the Knight of Wands. So court cards could represent aspects of yourself, or they could also represent someone else, another person. So take what resonates on that. So if this represents another person, then it's someone bringing in big changes. It's someone energetic, free, they're impulsive, they could be exciting. It's perhaps fling energy for some of you. Now, if it's an aspect of yourself, it's going to be change in your own energy, a change in your focus levels. You could be pulled in many different directions because it's a time of elevated inspiration and creative impulse. But like I said, if it's someone else, then it's going to be this person coming into your life and shaking things up, and they're going to be the change. So for what will be your biggest obstacle in May, you have the Page of Pentacles. So same thing. If this represents someone outside of yourself, it could be like an inexperienced person that you might just have to have patience with, or that might need your guidance on something. I feel like it might be, as an obstacle, it's something that could slow you down. You could have like someone young or new helping you in your job or your home, and they just need more training. I think it's just something that's going to take patience. Now, if this represents an aspect of yourself, it could be your own inexperience in a particular trade or skill. So you might be like, because you don't have that experience, be unsure of what's the best first step to take. And I'm looking at that turtle, and I'm not sure how he's going to get down from that rock, but it looks like he's looking off into the distance, kind of like envisioning something, envisioning adventure, but not knowing exactly where to begin. So for the best thing about the month, this is my favorite part of the reading, you have the Queen of Swords. So I'd say it's fewer of you that this represents another person, but I'll bring it up anyway. It could be strengthening a relationship with, or the introduction of an air sign, or someone that you have a deeply intellectual connection with, someone that you could enjoy talking to for hours, something that you learn a lot from. But for most of you, I would say this represents clarity of mind. Perhaps like some brain fog starts to clear and your executive functioning is improving. It's on point. You might find yourself especially articulate, but the best of all is the ability to cut through the BS and see the hidden truths between the lines. Like, because owls, I don't know if they actually see in the dark, but I know that they're nocturnal hunters and all their senses are on point in the dark. So for your influence or impact on others, you have the Knight of Cups. So in this case, it's definitely not another person. That wouldn't make sense for your impact on others, right? But you're inspiring love and devotion. That could be romantic, but it does not have to be. It's kind of like being a muse because you're inspiring emotional expression or artistic expression. And for a few of you, I would say someone's writing a song about you. I actually am hearing that one song. It's like, don't you know people write songs about girls like you? Whatever you're doing, you're stirring up people's emotions. You're showing them the beauty in this world, and you're inviting them to explore themselves more deeply. You're beckoning them into the depths, kind of almost like a siren or a mermaid or something. But for what opportunities you should be looking for, you have the Six of Pentacles. I love that. This is such a pretty card with that fruit basket left on the doorstep. It's, hang on, let me make sure the cards are straight before I start running my mouth. It's opportunities to give back or pay forward those things that you feel grateful for. It can be opportunities for charity or just some sort of support, because this may be one of the times that you feel as though you have it to give. With Pentacles, it is likely to be material, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any act of kindness or goodwill. It could be giving gifts to your favorite people just because. Or for a lot of you, it's looking for opportunities to return favors and even everything up. Not that life should be transactional, but it's still a great time to pay attention to see how you're participating in the flow of energy through the world and decide if you feel good about the balance. And if you don't, to set it a little bit straight. For where you will find the most support, you have the Queen of Wands. You guys got a ton of court cards here. There's a lot of a very busy time with a lot of people, apparently. In this case, it is most likely another person because we're talking about support. But I'll start with, if it's a part of you, then that would be being supported by your own fiery passion for discovery and adventure. You'll basically have like a fire lit under your ass that could be very conducive to bold action this month. But for those of you who this represents another person, it's going to be the it person. The one with the infectious energy, the one with all the charisma and gravity that people want to be around, that you want to name drop, the one that you want to impress and be seen by. So since this adventurous spirit is right up that person's alley, they could be very extremely encouraging for you right now, the way you tend to be for others generally. So for your self-care directive, you have the Ace of Swords. Mental health for sure is being highlighted here. Self-care around your mental health. Particularly your cognitive health, like brain health. So mental health does involve your emotional health, but it's brain health too. So wasn't it one of the 4 agreements to be impeccable with your word? Words have incredible power here, so be very mindful of cleaning up your self-talk if you can. But back to the cognitive health thing, it's like for some this could be as simple as reducing some brain rotting activities. Or like doing some brain boosting puzzles like Sudoku or something. But for others, it could mean making a big decision just to clear it from your mind, like to declutter your mind by making that decision that's been on it. If you've recently had like a big idea of something that you need to start doing for yourself, now's the time to start, like in any category. But I think it could just mean that it's finally time to prioritize your self-care at all. Like it's time to prioritize your self-care, whatever it is you need. I definitely also see the need for a new habit here related to your mental and or cognitive health. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Much love, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.